Good morning, guys. My name is Frank. I'm so happy to be here with you today. Today's 7 Minute Social. I want to get an opportunity to hopefully encourage you and talk about our hearts. Why? Our hearts determine everything. Our hearts determine the way we see the world. Our hearts determine who we are. It determines our prayers. It determines our insecurities. And in Proverbs 4:23 it says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. And, what are we feeding our hearts? What kind of information are we allowing to come in and influence who we are? Right now, we're constantly just getting bombarded with information. And I think it's important for us to kind of filter some of that. It's important to know what's going on so that we can adapt and make changes. But all that information, it affects us and it affects our attitude. Joyce Meyer, she says, our attitude in the wilderness will determine how long we will stay there. And I think that's so mind-blowing because we don't ever really think about our attitudes, and we don't ever think about the things that we're thinking about. And, if we are not intentional about the information that we're receiving, if we're not intentional about our attitudes, I mean, we can talk ourselves into a good attitude in 5 minutes. 10 minutes, 15 minutes. We can talk ourselves into a bad attitude if we want to. In 3 minutes, probably. Just think about the last time someone did you dirty. But, I think it's important for us to have a good, positive self-talk and to monitor the information that we're getting in and to control our attitudes. How do we control our attitudes to stay out of the wilderness or to get out of the wilderness? We have to change. And I know that's kind of a scary word for a lot of us, but change is inevitable. And I think it's important that we embrace it and that we utilize it. Right now, I think most of us have been blessed with time. I know I have, and I've been trying my best to utilize it the best way that I can, so that I can input good information and then I can learn something new. But some recommendations that I have that you can take to change is to read. I know a lot of people maybe don't like reading, but there's audiobooks available. If you don't like reading, I think that I highly suggest that you change that. And start to read. You can get into the Word. You can. I can give some resources down below. Give some information on some good books that I think would be important. That can help you get past the situation or help you maybe overcome your wilderness. You can listen to audiobooks. You can listen to podcasts. You can subscribe to this channel, and we always have positive information coming out. So stay on that. And I want to kind of leave you guys with my favorite verse from the Bible, Romans 12:2. It says, do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you'll be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. Guys, we're going to be transformed from the inside out, whether you're intentional about it or not. And I suggest that we take this time that we've all been blessed with to be intentional about it. Things are going to be different. And I'm excited to see what's on the other side of everything that we're going through. And I'm excited for the change. And I think you should be too. If you guys could just pray with me. God, thank you. Thank you for this time. Thank you for the breath in my lungs. Thank you for your love, your courage, and I love you. Amen. I love you guys. Stay safe. We'll see you soon.